Good evening, folks. It's Darth Rose07 coming to you tonight with another quick review. Tonight, I just wanted to share what I found earlier this past week after I found the Ravage for the Studio series. Then I found this guy, Beast Wars Transformers Skorponok, on the shelf at Walmart, and I thought I was back in 1997 at Toys R Us again. This is on par with what we saw on the shelf there at Toys R Us back in the day. It's got its Kenner logo there. It's got the Beast Wars eye with the little graphic art and the Stinger bee that it comes with. On the back of the box with these things, we have the tech specs that were not totally G1, but it was in its own right. It has strength and intelligence, speed, and firepower. Secret weapon locations: one claw fires secret missiles, the other claw launches a bee. And this is the other part with the biogenetic engineering. The Transformers have created a perfect cybernetic fusion between ferocious animals and mechanical technology. The result: heroic Maximal versus evil Predacons. So that's it in a nutshell. And then on the other side of the box is just more of that same art there. And then on the top of the box we have what it does, what it is. The bottom of the box, if you're looking for it at Walmart. I hope this helps you find it. Thanks again for watching this, and we'll get him out of his plastic and cardboard prison. And 3, 2, 1, and once you get Skorponok freed, you do get this really nice set of instructions showing you the play features of the missile and of course the Cyber Bee on this side. And on this side we get the transformation and its simplicity. You have the mutant head, as you can see, like right there, and you got how it opens, and there again the launch and attack features. With all that said and done, now that he's released from his new twine rubber bands and cardboard prison, we have Skorponok in his absolutely beautiful Scorpion mode. And a special note, the original release, which I'll show you here in a minute or two before we transform it, he was totally black where you see gray. The red is the same, and I like the paint fade there on the scorpion tail. And this is the same color, I think, for the most part. Like I said, we'll get that on up here in a minute to do a little side-by-side comparison, but I just wanted to go around the block and show you that coolness there. And he was one of 3 figures back in the day that I had gotten. I had gotten Optimus Primal, Megatron, and Skorponok there. And this side's done up really pretty, but then here's the ugly side of most of the Beast Wars formers coming up, and it has carried over for the most part today, but some third-party companies are doing a good job at covering these up. We have the unsightly screw holes on the other side, so hopefully Hasbro will take a note. We'll get some sprue little bits in future releases, and maybe be able to plug those in, make it look really nice in its beast mode. We're gonna keep going around the block there. You can see his nice leg detail there, and some vents back this way. The tail has a play feature where it will allow you to press this button and do like a striking kind of forward lunge. So there's that play feature. The other play features are tied to each claw there. On this side we do have his Cyber Bee peeping out right there, so you just press that button there and the Cyber Bee comes flying off. Well, I said it would fly off. Boom, like that. But that was the general fun of these things back in the day. They had a little extra play features. Megatron had like a squirt thing going on. Skorponok here had his Cyber Bee, which is actually utilized in the episodes there. And there's his little stinger. It's on a spring-loaded mechanism. And the only thing that's bad about the wings is the top portion of his claw. And this was one of the first things to break in that original release of the figure. So I want to pause this, get him put back together here. Coming all around the block there, We do have his right claw that once you press this little spot right here, the magic happens once again, and you got real launching missiles. Boom, boom, boom. I'm wholeheartedly actually surprised that either one of these have launching mechanisms, because of toy safety standard laws of today. That was something I loved about these older ones. If you had Rampage, he had 3 shears. You rolled around on the wheel, boom, boom, boom. So hopefully we get a Rampage vintage. For those that didn't have it back in the day, we'll have him. And he also had his little taint treads up inside of his claws. But that's enough about that. Just saying, these Beast Wars vintage, these old figures had lots of fun play features. So there was 1, 2, 3 limbs tied to play features. He didn't have much in the way of articulation. Let me get that other older Skorponok out here by its side real quick, so that you can see the differences in color. And mine has tape after years of wear and play. That's how I keep it together. And of course, first things that got lost, because I had kid brothers that loved to play with this thing, those missiles went bye-bye a long time ago. That's so sad. I could probably get on eBay and find those, and all the stiffness that was there to make that pose, it's totally gone. So now it's a floppy little mess. The thing that still works about my old one is that spring-loaded feature with the strike of the stinger there. But yeah, alright. And there's one other little comparison I wanted to do here real quick. I don't know if it'll do it justice or injustice. Probably injustice. You guys probably already know who I'm getting ready to go for. This third-party Legends class version kind of blows the vintage stuff out of the water, as it is truly spot on with the show's awesome look and feel and just everything about it. Plus, this bad boy has die-cast versus these 2 big chunky plastic guys. So with that all said and done, we're going to get these guys converted over to the robot modes, do some other comparisons there, and 3, 2, 1, and here is Skorponok vintage and old school in their robot modes. In a little side-by-side comparison, you can see how the vintage is the lighter gray that I was mentioning earlier versus the black. Wherever it was black, it's now gray, and you got the yellow eyes and the brighter yellow eyes. These claws are molded the same, but then this looks lighter even than the old darker colors there. And there's my old busted up Scorpy. And the sprue holes come through really poorly on this right here, and sprue covers would have been, you know, in the word prime, I guess. No pun intended there. So there's no waist articulation, no ankle rockers. These arms were pretty good articulated, you know, considering it was the play features there that you have with old Scorpy here. And I'm gonna get the other little guy in here and some final thoughts in 3, 2, 1, and forgot to mention before the final thoughts, there is also the mutant head there, and we will try to zoom in on that, on that guy. So there's the mutant head screaming, along with, or actually the Skorponok head, not, you know, not mutant head, but it's screaming as well. Both of those guys were screaming mad, when all we really wanted was this little guy right here. These two were smirkers, total smirkers, compared to this little TF Element Stinger Warrior here, also known as Skorponok, and we will zoom in on him and show you how flippin' sweet he really is. He's got die-cast down here in his feet. That's kind of what we wanted, Stinger missiles in both claws there. He does have a B, but I put it back with his box. And anyway, we're gonna get this back out here. Final thoughts. It's not bad vintage figure that you got right here, but it's definitely dated since we got this now awesome Stinger Warrior guy that's doing exactly what we wanted all those years ago. We wanted this and we got this, and where this is a basic class size, this was the was it Voyager or what was it called? I want to say there was another name for it. Might have been Warrior class, or no, it was Mega. So it was Mega size. It was between a Deluxe and a Voyager of today. So it's even bigger because this is a basic size Skorponok right here. Anyway, that's how I did it back in the day. It was like basic, deluxe. Basics were like your one-step transformers, like Rat Trap and Pterosaur. Then you stepped up to deluxe. That was like, trying to think, Wolfang was one of them. Rhinox was a deluxe. Tigertron Cheetor deluxe is just like this guy right here. Boom. I mean, yeah. So anyway, they were deluxes. This guy was Mega, and then it was Ultra was the leader or whatever. That was Optimus Primal and Megatron. They were ultra size. Gosh, history lesson as I just kept talking through it. So the stuff changed over the years, shifted around. These were $14.99. I think Optimus and Megatron were $19.99 with taxes, like $21.96. But nowadays, this vintage re-release was $40 at Walmart, and that was a tough pill to swallow. But I saw it and I couldn't resist because of the nostalgia. Way to go, Hasbro! If you like this review, smash that like button. Little history trip down in memory lane there. For me, I hope it, if you're new to the thing, I hope it entices you to buy and get into it. I don't regret it. I've been collecting since 1997. This is one of the first 3 Transformers I ever bought once I got back into collecting. So, and over this time, it's a little shoddy. I've lost some stuff, but I mean, now I've got the spring-loaded mechanism until it snaps or breaks, and then the missile's there. But I mean, it's a lot of fun to be had there with these older figures. This just looks amazing, and is not by Hasbro, but I mean, all there. In actuality, I highly recommend. If you're going to spend the $40, definitely spend the $50 to get this guy, and you can probably go to the thrift store and get this guy for cheaper. But I mean, anyway, thanks again for watching, or just wait for that to go to clearance, because if it even stays on the shelf long enough. There was only 2 per case at the Walmart in Nashville last week, and there was like 4 Tigertrons in that other one. So I guess I just revealed my next quick video review there. Thanks again for watching. You guys have a safe and happy weekend. Till all are one.